everybody. Welcome back to the Fly on the Wall live stream with Rehab, day number 10. Woo! And Kit's up there modding, and we've got Harry Stark moderating for us as well. See, Mike McDonald's on here. So, yeah, today's actually should be, we'll see, but should be a bit short of a stream. We don't actually have that much to do, but I figured we'd go ahead and stream what we got. I got a few background vocals to do. There's a bridge we got to work on. Maybe a couple of little other teeny things. We're just tying up a couple of loose ends here, but I figured, well, might as well go ahead and stream. So, Kit, I'm just going to get right over to it. I'm going to, if there's any, let me know. And also, like, if we're not in the middle of a big thing, if there's any questions, I can probably take a couple questions today as well.
Okay.
All right, I'm going to get right to it here. So, here we go. Oh, I need to turn on this camera. Just realized I wasn't completely ready. I actually needed to switch a camera here, so I need to turn off the left. Why is my black magic? Let me just make sure my black magic is happening here. Huh. Hold on. Got a weird thing going on here. I always got to reset my dang USB camera things every freaking stream, and I forgot one camera here. Wait, hold on a sec.
So for those of you that are here, and Billy's getting another camera set up. He wasn't quite ready. And yeah, I'm not sure which. Oh, I think he's working on the black magic now. Oh, no, he's not there. But in any case, those of you tuning in already probably already know, but this is going to be one of our Fly on the Wall live streams. And we set up cameras, let them roll. It's an opportunity to sit in on a recording session. Just kind of observe how the process unfolds. These sessions have been going on for some time now. This is the band Rehab. And this album, 10-song album that they've been working on, has unfolded live on Billy's channel here and simul-streamed both on Twitch and YouTube. And so if you want to check out all the previous live streams and see how this album has evolved and come into being, those are on Billy's YouTube channel under the live tab. You can catch all the replays there because, Twitch only keeps the last few. So you can find them over on the live, under the live tab on Billy's YouTube channel. Yes, welcome, Paul Morgan. Another session. We're wrapping these today. So, there's still a possibility some little thing might come up, but this, for all intents and purposes, is probably the last recording day for this album. And then, there'll be some editing and Billy will have to mix. So some of that will probably be live streamed, but not all of it. But yeah, and today Billy said if you guys have any questions related to what's going on, I might be able to slip those in. So, although I'll be heading out for part of today's stream, so Billy will just have to pay attention to chat a little more. But yeah, Trying
There
to
it
think if
is.
there's anything else. I mean,
All
I
right.
think most of
Now
y'all
that's
here
working.
probably know the drill by now.
Okay. All righty. All right, I think I got it now.
Cool.
All right, I got to do some vocals here. Check, 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 check. Turn it up.
Was just a place to go. Was just a place to go. And the summer seemed to last forever, and never could still happen since they hadn't crushed your faith, hope, and confidence yet. I remember you.
Something like that.
Was just a place to go. And the summer seemed to last forever, and never could still happen since they hadn't crushed your faith, hope, and confidence yet. I remember you.
See if that works.
Was just a place to go. And the summer seemed to last forever, and never could still happen since they hadn't crushed your faith, hope, and confidence yet. I remember you like the taste of Play-Doh. Place to go. And the summer seemed to last forever, and never could still.
Whoop. Okay, I did go sharp there. Let's do that one again. I'm going to attempt it. Yeah, I'll be out by then. Let's try another one. Let's see if that works. Still hearing that this other one being sharp. I'll go back to the first track. Let's do that one again. Actually, I think I'm good up to there. I think I can punch that there. See if that's closer. Close enough.
I remember you like the taste of Play-Doh. I remember you like the smell of Elmer's glue. Before this world became such a...
Okay, so then the next note is right there. I can just start on the A. Hold on, what did I do in the first one? Hold on, I gotta work out something here. I think I jumped down too much. Oh, that was it. That was a hell of a jump. Hold on. Let me just listen real quick. I'm wondering if I should do a 3-part harmony, because I've got like 4. I feel like this one should, maybe I'll just like double up what I already got. I kind of don't want like a big chord. What do you think, Nate? You know, let me play it on the speakers. Oh, you're listening on headphones. Okay. Tell me what you think. So like we're coming out of this. Let me put his vocals on, because I don't want it to be exactly the same, because you know, some of the same notes. So like what if it's like this? Like it's going like, you know.
Comic books, mad magazines, principal office visits, Daisy BB guns, skull bandit sickness, and school was just a place to go. And the summer seemed to last forever, and never could still happen since they hadn't crushed your faith, hope, and confidence. Yeah.
Well, that's just 2 notes. I could double and put 4 on each note, or I don't know if I can go any higher though. So it would be like. I can't get the high. That's just right in my range. I think that's the top note. That's top for me. I can get up to an F sometimes, but I can't get up to the G or the A. I think I'm just going to stick with the 2 notes, but I'm going to make them 4 each. Yeah, I don't want like a big chord. There's something about it being just the 2 that kind of gives it like a sweeter sound or something. I don't know how to say it. Donkey sauce, exactly. Yeah.
We're gonna be plugging sticker wheel on this one. We're gonna plug in sticker wheel.
Oh, yeah. Whatever you, what does the guy say?
I don't even remember.
Oh, dude, it's so good.
So this one is
And the summer seemed, I love that. And the summer seemed to last forever, and never could still happen since they hadn't crushed your faith, hope, and confidence. Yeah. I remember you.
I think it's going to split at the end, but I got to make sure I'm not double. Oh yeah, so now maybe I do got to go back up because It's a Neumann TLM 170.
And the summer seemed to last forever, and never could still happen since they hadn't crushed your faith, hope, and confidence. Yeah, I remember you like a tale. Summer seemed. And the summer seemed to last forever, and never could still happen since they hadn't crushed your faith, hope, and confidence. Yeah, I remember you.
Now, let me blend those with the first two. I think they'll be all right. Oop.
And the summer seemed to last forever, and never could still happen since they hadn't crushed your faith, hope, and confidence. Yeah, I remember you like a taste of Play-Doh. I remember you like the smell of Elmer's glue. Before this world.
That's all good. Two more of these. This one, what is this one again? This one goes,
And the summer seemed to last forever, and never.
I hear something on that for your vocal.
What?
That first note just holds out for the first part of that.
on the,
The other ones fall underneath it.
and, okay, hold on. Let me turn them on. Oh, that's a good idea.
And the summer.
Am I on the right note again? Yeah, it's an A, right?
Oh, am I completely wrong?
No, it's a C.
And the summer seemed to last forever.
I gotta turn these other vocals up to hear what's going on. So let's do this.
And the summer seemed to last forever, and never could still happen since they hadn't crushed your faith, hope, and confidence. Yeah,
Like, I don't know. I like that idea. I just don't know what to do later, though. I feel like, should I start moving at one point?
and the summer seemed to last forever, and
And then just follow what I was doing. So, like, a point where I should change again. Turn off mine. Hold on. Oh, all that way. All righty then. That last note was like, ah! It's hard to sing across the other notes because but let's see if I'll get it though.
Get the.
Oh. I'm just out of pitch. I'll go even higher after that? Oh, that is the note. So what we... Yeah, it is. I got to sing it better. Listening to the other ones, I want to hear the other ones, but it actually kind of throws me out because I keep thinking I want to follow them. I got to just bring them down a little bit, but I like that idea. I don't know if, let me see if I can figure out what the hell I did last time. Actually, I'm just going to leave these guys off right there. It's going to confuse me. I thought I turned them off. I'm going to sing it without hearing the other harmony. That shit just throws me off. Too much hum in my headphones. Stretch that shit out. But is it, what am I singing? How does that go with the other part up here, harmony wise? Yeah, okay, so I'm going up to, so it'll work. It's got to not suck. I feel like I need to go, this weird not switching there. I'm just going to see if I can punch in there. Jesus. I can make that work. I'm just going to stretch it out. That's like right out of my range. Yeah, let me do this. How does this one sound? Oh, yeah, I wanted to do that one without hearing the other harmonies. That's right. I forgot. So let me try that one now. God, I'll stretch it out. I'll make it work. Okay, now, you know, somebody's got to hit the high notes, I guess. I used to be able to hit higher notes back when I was younger. Back when I was a young lad. Everybody thought I was a chick. Who's the girl singer? It's like, that's me. note I'm wondering about. Should I have come down one note earlier? Is that weird? It's
Beautiful. I'm not sure how.
do you like it? It's cool. I know I'm into that kind of shit. Like I've done a lot. You ever done this thing like you got harmonies? One of my favorite things is you got a harmony, and somebody's holding out a note, and then you have the guy. It's usually I've done this with my buddy Sky a lot, and then he comes in. There's like literally two notes that are half step apart, and you put that in a chord. That shit. When people are singing, like what? But you hear it in the mix. That shit. With the dissonant note for sure, and I'll hit that in melodyne a little later, tighten it up a little bit because I actually was singing that high note that's hard to sing. I'm actually singing sharp for some damn reason. You think I'd give myself a break? All right, so now there's let me go back. I'm gonna listen to some of this.
Come back home. Time to get back in. I remember you like the taste of Play-Doh. I remember you like the smell of Elmer's glue. Before this world became such a tornado. Blue skies and sunny days. I remember you. My mama, your mama hanging out cold. My mama punched your mama in the nose. Did it hurt? Did it hurt? Should you know me, all the children went to heaven. Comic books, mad magazines, principal office visits, Daisy BB guns, skull bandit sickness, and school was just a place to go. And the summer seems to last forever, and never could still happen since they hadn't crushed your faith, hope, and confidence yet. I remember you like the taste of Play-Doh. I remember you like the smell of Elmer's glue. All the children went to heaven. King of the monkey bars, dirt clod, war survivor. Honeycomb, high dive, tree fort, MacGyver. Bloody knees, dirty face, barefoot, hot asphalt. Dinosaurs in the clouds, trampoline, somersault. 20 bikes in the front yard, the public pool, high dive. Running through the woods, throwing pine cones at beehives. Sneaking dad's beer and finding his Playboy archive. Jumping off the roof, broken bones and black eyes. Looking back, we all had the rest of our lives. Like the taste of Play-Doh. I remember you.
You turn up that vocal,
What?
the rap part, because in the mix,
Oh yeah, the mix is terrible. Yeah. So that's that, and then let's go over to chips are down and kind of look at this bridge, and
that's what I was writing on right now.
yeah, I'm gonna do that right now, and on the wrong app. I'm just looping this so Danny can work right for this section.
Oh, great. I'm on camera. Just sitting here chatting with people and eating food. Sorry, guys. Oh yeah, actually, this is kind of neat. A daughter of a friend of mine was learning sewing and made these little napkin tea towel things. Gave me a set. I was pretty impressed. Well, it did get messed up, and so Griffin. Oh, whoops! I'm on the hot mic. Yeah. So Billy turned the music down. Danny's writing. Chad's been talking about the taste and smell of various, substances from our childhood, like Play-Doh and paste, and those weird bubbles that were like, you could blow them and then you could play with them and hold them and stuff. Do you remember those? They smelled like the most noxious chemicals imaginable. Yeah, a little straw. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Chat says hi. Tap says hi back. My little photobomber over there. The cancer bubbles. Yes. Most of y'all have been here before, but I'll go ahead and do my little spiel that these are fly on the wall recording sessions, live streams that Billy's doing. And what we do is we just set the cameras up. Billy's got a artist or a band in, and they just roll the recording session from beginning to end usually. And it's an opportunity for us to be able to tune in, just kind of watch what's going on, learn. You know, Billy often shows us his DAW so that we can see what he's doing there. On these sessions, the DAW is Pro Tools, and he uses either Pro Tools or Ableton depending on what he's doing. He likes both platforms. And, you know, we tend to, mostly when we're doing the fly on the wall, we're just here to observe. We discourage too much backseat producing, and obviously we don't want to be too critical or anything. These artists and Billy know where they're going, they know what they want, and, you know, it's a privilege just to be able to watch it. We're always really grateful when we get an artist in the studio that's comfortable with doing this, because it's a vulnerable thing, especially this band Rehab. They do a pretty interesting thing, because normally with a rock band or, you know, a lot of bands like that, Billy would do pre-production with them. They'd already have songs that they want to record, and they would work out the songs, maybe tidy up some of the parts, maybe do a little changing of chords or melodies or anything like that, get it all set so that then the band can rehearse the songs in their slightly altered formats and then come into the studio and lay it all down. What Rehab does is a little different. It's kind of more of a hip-hop workflow, where basically they came in, maybe had some little snippets of lyrics or some chord change, you know, chord progressions, or, you know, just some loose ideas, and build all the songs for the album during the recording sessions. So Billy did have a couple of days of pre-production. So he went down for one day of pre-production at Danny's place, and then Danny came up here, and a couple of the other members of the band came as well. And they did a little pre-production up here. Now those you can see, because Billy did live stream some of those pre-production sessions. And there, along with all the other live streams, fly on the wall streams for the recording of this album, are on Billy's YouTube page under the live tab. So if you want to go check out the other days of recording for this album, they're all there. The only thing I have to tell you is that and yes, you are, Cones. Cones is getting a Frisbee Bomb Craters physical CD soon. I'm going to pack it up today and drop it off at the post office tomorrow. But, oh, I lost my train of thought. Oh, yeah, you can go check out the live streams on Billy's YouTube channel under the live tab. Usually it's really quick that they get put up. Sometimes it might take a couple of days, depending on how Billy does it. But I will say this, some of the live streams from recording this album were kind of epically long. I think some of the shortest ones have been around 8 hours, longest over 14 hours. YouTube does cut off the replay at 12 hours, so there are a couple of those live streams that cut off before it's all done. YouTube. Yeah, YouTube cuts them off at 12 hours. Twitch will hold the entire thing, but only for a few days. So, so yeah, you can, what are you asking me? I'm sorry, guys, I get distracted easily. But, so yeah, this album has been put together live on camera in, you know, in the studio here, and you can go check out the whole process. They're wrapping recording today. It's, you know, what are you doing? Billy's intentionally distracting me at this point. I'm going to turn the camera around. But, yes, Cones. I don't think Billy put Cat Meow up on the Bandcamp. And guys, just to interject, what we're talking about, Billy has an album that he recorded in, I guess it was the late 90s, yeah, called Frisbee Bomb Craters. And he does have, and I'll grab the link for you, he does have most of that album up on Bandcamp, and you can listen. He culled some of the songs, as somebody said, you know, they didn't pass quality control, but, you know, or, you know, Billy says they didn't really pass quality control as far as how he feels about things now. But here are those songs up on Bandcamp if you guys want to check them out. And right now, Billy's been working on a new album, and he's got quite a few songs. And a lot of times, if you tune in to one of his regular live streams, he's often working on his own music on those. So a lot of Billy's new album has also been built live. Yes, I do make an appearance, so to speak, on Voices, which is the final song on the album. And actually, little piece of trivia, there is one of the tracks on the physical CD is called Cat Meow, and it is just Billy's cat at the time, meowing, and her name was Gabby. She was a brown tabby, and we actually have a brown tabby now, who's a boy, but his name is also Gabby. Different Gabby. But, let's see, I will find, Billy talks a bit about the making of the album in one of my favorite videos of his, which I need to see if I can find a link for you. But, 4 Chance Encounters That Changed My Life Forever. I don't think that's actually the title now. I think he changed the title a little bit, but this is a cool video. And I think he talks a little bit about making Frisbee bomb craters. But yeah, I'm excited for the new album, y'all. Billy put out that album, and it wasn't long after that, in the late 90s, that he really started to get studio work in. And next thing you know, some stuff hit, and then Billy just has been working in the studio ever since then. But typically, he's been mixing and recording and producing for other people. And so it's pretty exciting to see him really putting that time and mental energy and heart back into his own music again. So I can't wait till we can release that for y'all. But hey, Raygun. Harry put up a bunch of good links for y'all. Albums are boss. And we've actually had people ask if Billy's going to release on vinyl. He did not have any plans to, but somebody had a good point. What we might do is take pre-orders, and if we get enough pre-orders where it looks like a vinyl run will be, will make some sense, then we might press vinyl too. I don't know. We haven't even looked into that yet. Yeah, Raygun says albums are boss. They're allergic to doing singles. There's one thing about, on the one hand, I really like the focus on singles, which is where we have come to in the streaming age, to a large degree. But on the other hand, I do miss full albums. When music first really, as a consumer, my music first started getting more digital, which was with an iPod and iTunes. I loved the ability to just take individual songs off of albums and make these mixes and just shuffle through the individual songs randomly. It was my favorite way to listen to music, and I still really enjoy that, but I'm really leaning back towards just whole albums. That's really kind of what I've been doing lately. I'm kind of fed up with all the streaming services, really. I've actually started picking up CDs and DVDs at thrift stores, charity shops, because, people are dumping them, and there's a lot to be said for owning physical media. So, I started to do my spiel. So I did mention Billy's regular live streams. Typically, those are going to be on Wednesday afternoons, U.S. Eastern Time. He won't be doing it every week for a while because we're trying to move a lot of stuff forward. Those of you that were here late with us last night saw us do Billy's unboxing of his new play button, silver play button from YouTube, and actually none of the camera views right now show it, but it's up on the shelf next to Billy's Grammy, which if you look at the lower right corner of the screen, you can see Nate back there sitting on the couch, and the Grammy and the silver play button are above his head up there. So, yeah, when Danny comes in to do vocals, you'll be able to see it. So that was pretty fun. Just hit 100,000 subscribers, like, a couple of weeks ago, if that. They shipped that thing out really quick. Yeah, I guess it was a couple of weeks ago. And still climbing. We're at 101,000 now and something. So make sure to keep sharing the word. Get people to subscribe to Billy's YouTube channel. If you want to know when he releases a video or when he goes live, make sure to hit the notification bell. So we've got a lot of stuff to try to build. Hitting that 100,000 is a pretty cool milestone. And we're kind of trying to be sure that we've got a little more infrastructure under our feet before we really start pushing things. Seriously, Cones, I expected that we'd be waiting for them to send it. And then Billy gets the email, and the next thing we know, we've got a ship notification. We're like, oh. They did make them smaller than they used to be. I don't know. Maybe it's something to do with a different production, or I don't know. But it was quick. Well, one cool thing, Raygun, about releasing to streaming is that is how most people are consuming their music. So, but on the weekly live streams, well, roughly weekly, Billy sometimes he's recording his own music, sometimes he's mixing for a client, sometimes he'll have a guest artist in, they'll be working on something, and sometimes it's just like an AMA. He'll answer questions. Yeah, JL. What's happening right now is that the music's looping while Danny writes. This is day 10, not counting pre-production sessions of the Rehab sessions, and this is probably the last day. Billy was not sure he was even going to stream today, but then he had said he would, so because, they already knocked out background vocals on one song, and that Billy was doing a couple of harmonies with, and then Danny's writing to this, I think it's a verse he's writing to. But there's not really much that they need to do today, so pretty chill. But, and then after this, I think, Billy will have editing to do, and, there might be a couple little things to wrap up, but pretty much the recording sessions are done, and it'll move into post-production. So, and in addition to Billy's regular weekly live streams, he does have a Patreon. Y'all should check it out. There's a lot of cool stuff up there. Some of he's got some samples up that you can download. He also has some PDFs. One of them in particular, I know folks have found helpful, and it's a very basic PDF about setting up a studio in whatever space you have and trying to maximize that. Just some things to think about and some tips. So that's pretty cool. For those at $25 and above, Billy does a twice monthly exclusive live stream. He calls them deep dives, and if you're interested in learning about recording, mixing, or production, he'll take a topic from that and really go deep on it and answer questions. So yeah, if you can tune in live, you can even ask your questions and get them answered, and it's like being in a private class. Mr. SJK asks, do the bands pay Billy and the studio per production bundle or per hour? That depends, but typically with the type of work that Billy does now, it's an all-in price. That enables Billy to do what he does and not worry if it's taking a little longer. Because the band is, not going to be worried about pinching every minute in the studio. There's occasionally somebody wants to come in and do something, or, maybe they're doing consultations, or there's some times where Billy will charge by the hour, but typically most of the work he does now, he does on a project rate. When he was first getting started, and he was mostly billing for studio time, that was hourly. But as a producer, people are looking for him to, add his touch to it. And he wants the luxury of being able to take however long it needs to take. But yeah, this is part of, because, Danny, this whole album, he's been writing the lyrics on the fly. As each song comes along, they start to build the track. He starts to get a vibe for it, and then he'll go off and they'll loop it for a while, and he comes up with the lyrics. So he's already got the hook for this song. There's Danny. And then as he's writing, he also starts working out his phrasing, which is a big part of what Danny does. Because, he uses words and wordplay and phrases and stuff that I've never heard any other rapper think of these types of things. And so his phrasing to make all that fit, to make it work, is a huge part of what he does. And I know that if you guys have questions for Billy, even though this is still one of the fly on the wall streams where typically questions don't get answered and we're just kind of watching, he did say that there will be times where he'll be able to answer some questions. So. Oh, Mr. SJK says, isn't it crazy that you have straight 101,000 and before that 100,000 subs? If you mean because it no longer is, for instance, like 101.2 or 101.3, meaning 200 or 300, I actually am not, I noticed that, and I don't know why YouTube does that. Because before you get to 100,000, it's, it'll be 98.2 thousand, meaning 98,200 and something. But yeah, now that we've crossed 100,000, I notice they don't worry about it's just counting the thousands at this point, which is kind of interesting. Because actually, let's see. Oh, gotta do it over here. The actual subscriber count right now, if it'll reload. I don't know. Hang on.
What? No. I used the Focusrite ISA 110. I normally like the Avalon. Just on that guitar, I didn't like the way it sounded.
And our actual live count on the YouTube channel right now is 101,149. But for whatever reason, it just says 101,000, which is fine. Getting close. Well, here. Oops. Sorry, y'all. Lord. Ah. Earlier, Taylor Sucks at Gaming, hold on, I gotta get over there, was asking, after all the countless hours. Oh, wait, let me make sure I'm on the right thing. I'm not. Okay. After all the countless hours and hours of mixing and mastering, it has to get old at some point. I know there's a sense of pride in the final product, but it's a lot of rewind and replay on the same tracks. So what do you...
What are they saying?
It's over here. After all the countless hours and hours of mixing and mastering, it's got to get old at some point. I know there's a sense of pride in the final product, but it's a lot of rewind and replay on the same tracks.
I mean, not individual song-wise. It's like, I guess I'm at a point where I've been this way a long time. I don't work on stuff I don't like. When I was younger, I would have to, but of course, there's times I probably should for the money, but I just can't. I always find something that I love in what I'm working on. To me, I don't really, it's countless hours, but I don't get bored because once what I'm trying to do with our mixing, and I don't really master, I just mix. I'm kind of mastering as I go, but if I'm producing or mixing or recording or whatever, I don't get bored because the goal is to make something really good and get it to the point where it's done. And then once it's done, then it's done and it's away. But until that point, I'm not bored because I haven't achieved it being that way. However, certain kinds of certain genres of music I'll get bored with. Like, I did rap for years and years and years, and I did finally start getting bored with it, but it took me a little while to get out of it because I was so entrenched in that world for many, many years. Other genres, I start seeing, having gone through that, I'm like, okay, now I'll start getting out of a genre or working with certain people if I get bored. But, once I'm done, it's not boring. Although I will say this, though, I did go for 3 years where I was only mixing, and I got really kind of fed up with that. So that's why I mix, I produce, I'm writing, I'm working different things, so I don't get bored because I'm mixing it up. If I was only mixing, yeah, I'd lose my freaking mind. So sometimes I've just got a lot of mix work. Right now it's all kind of together. Yeah, it's just like I get bored doing the same thing. I would be that way in anything that I do, I gotta mix it up, like switch it up what I'm doing.
What don't you like?
Liars, assholes, asparagus.
Oh, come on. Sometimes you like asparagus.
If it's cooked the right way, dirty socks, or my missing socks. I don't really like opera, although there was some stuff. Who was that guy? That was a modern opera composer. I kind of like some of his stuff, but I can't remember his name now. Insincerity, laziness, mediocre. I don't like it when people give up when they shouldn't give up. I don't like leaky engines that leak oil.
CCM?
Creedence Clearwater Revival? No,
that's CCR.
Oh, yeah, CC.
Harry, what's CCM? Harry says you don't like it, it's weird to you.
Yeah, and the main reason I don't like opera is more about the way most of those people sing. They use very heavy vibrato, like just too much. I'm like, if they sang it, but that's part of the style. I don't really like contemporary Christian music because it's very safe to me. Like,
that's what CCM is.
Yeah, it's cool. I appreciate it. I tried to get into that for a little while because I knew a guy that had a lot of success in Christian music. So I went from rap music into Christian music. That was a very, 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 very short adventure. Plus, I cuss a lot. I'd be in a meeting at a church with a bunch of people, and then I'd be like, walk out and say, man, you dropped the F-bomb like 20 times during that meeting. I was like, oh, I didn't. Oh, yeah. But it's just kind of a boring music. It's one of those things. It's like, I don't like working on music when people stick. I get why sometimes you got to stick within the genre. And there's certain conventions you got to stick in. But in Christian music, there's a lot of regulation or rules, and not only sonically, but also what you can even talk about. It's like, oh, like there's like, you have to, yeah, hey, it's their thing. It's how they want to do it. But I don't feel like you should be limited. So, and there's also a lot of like, with the artists I worked with, there was a lot of like a weird mind thing going on that I found troubling. Most people are working on music, they have an artistic vision and all that, and then you get these artists and like, well, I'm doing it for Jesus and God. I'm like, cool. But then you get to really know them, like, oh, they are ambitious with a career, and they spend all this time like stressing out of like, well, am I doing it for Jesus or am I doing it for me? I'm like, you can do it for both. And like, I just like, there's so much damn weird mind stuff to go through in life in the music business already. Let's not add on to that. But that's if that's what they want to do. And I did meet a couple people, they're fine with that. It made sense. But some people, it's like, just admit it. You want to have a hit record, just go do it. Like, don't hold yourself back. So that's how I feel about it. I did sing in some church groups though. It was Catholic. So I played in some, like, they had like these folk bands, and it was like a gig. Oh, I can play 3 times. I can do 3 services this Sunday. And I actually really liked that priest, even though I'm not a huge Catholic person. I was raised Catholic, but even though I'm not a big like Catholic church supporter, I loved that priest at that church. It was a really cool, the whole organization. I just really liked it. Of course, funny thing is, at that time I considered myself an atheist. I'm not now, but at that time it was just kind of weird. Everybody knew it, but they're all cool. They're all cool about it.
I'm gonna have to head out shortly.
Okay, yeah, I think Danny's walking around. I wonder if he's done yet. He looks like he's almost ready.
Yeah, it looks like he's got words and is working on flow.
Well, part of the problem is this is like morning for him.
Yeah, he's not awake yet.
Yeah, and I don't know if he's had enough coffee, and he probably needs to drink a beer, and he has to get in the mood. Look, he's trying to get in the mood. He's back there pacing back and forth, swinging his arms around. Mm-hmm. Trying to get in the mood. He might be ready because he's walking around. Josephson E22s, I don't know what those are. Is the live stream audio weak, they said?
Well, it may just be that we're not on the mic.
Yeah, I'm just not close enough. And I do have the music down because it's just looping down there. But I don't know. All I know, I've got some Josephson C42 small diaphragm condensers. They're cool. I used Josephson in other studios, and I thought they're cool, but I can't say I've used them enough to say, well, this one is this and this one's that. They make great mics, though. I think they're pretty damn cool.
It's the side address mic they made for Albini.
Well, then it must be good. But then again, here's the thing about mics. People go, oh, that mic's great, but is it great for every application or for what you're doing? And they're going to sound different on different mic pre's. It's all mix and match. I'm a big fan of cheap mics. I've got these little cheap mics that belong to my dad that was made for a stereo, an 1/8 inch jack, and they're pieces of crap, but they sound amazing on percussion. They sound better than any expensive mic I have. So it's just kind of like, what are you going to use it for? I better get down there. He looks like he might be ready. Let me go check. Oh, I can't get out of here.
It really is remarkable that we can both sit in this chair, even though it's a tight squeeze. Hi, Danny. Oh, he can't hear me. I got to get up. So here, I'll get up. You sit down.
Oh, I got to hold your laptop?
You don't necessarily.
Here, can you turn on the speakers there? I don't really want to wear headphones.
Oh, okay. I mean, I mostly use my laptop to track how many people are watching. So,
So how do you do the chat? Because over here.
over here's chat.
Oh.
All the chats here. If we need to moderate something on Twitch, you have to close the chat window, moderate here, and then pop out chat again. I know it's Twitch.
I don't understand. I mean, I set up your whole setup, but I don't quite understand it. Yeah, you got 3 monitors here now. Yeah, this thing's kind of grown. I'll just keep it very, 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 very quiet because I can hear myself on there. That's fine. That's good. I just don't want to wear headphones. Oh, so yeah, the is this mic on? Yeah, so I turned down the music really down low because it's just looping over and over again. So I turned it down so Kit could talk above the stream. And her mic should be a pretty good volume. I don't have a volume meter up here because I'm in another room right now. And it's also the way it's interesting sitting in Crystal's spot here. I'm never in her spot because I can see the instant, like up here on OBS, I can see on that screen what's going on right now. But down here, this stuff's like really. Oh, he's waving at me. Is that? See, I don't know how. Oh, no, that's really delayed. Wow, this thing must be delayed like 3 minutes or something like that. Oh, this is crazy. I've never really seen it like this. Oh, is it muffled? Shouldn't be muffled. I'll have to go check it downstairs in a minute. Yep, check. Oh, Harry, this thing's delayed more than 15 seconds. Like right here, what I'm looking at on YouTube. Because I'm just now seeing me sit down right here. Like I'm looking at YouTube and it looks like I'm just now getting the laptop. I've been sitting here for a few minutes now. It's crazy how long the delay is. That's wild. Yeah, isn't that wild? Bob Clear Mountain has his own VST. Clear Mountain domain. I've been talking to somebody about making some plugins. There's just been a lot going on. I got to get the website done. People are always approaching me with offers and things like that. It's just I don't really like to do something unless I can really put my mind on it. And right now I can. Oh, it was your speakers. Yeah, I'm just looking at some of the chats here. But yeah, once Danny's done with this, I think this might be the last thing. Okay, we were gonna try to get this last night, but it was just yesterday was a tough day. We were working really hard, so I think he just wanted to chill. But after this, I think we're mostly done. I have like a little acoustic guitar part I need to do, but I need to change the strings on the guitar. They're kind of bad sounding. And, oh, were you waving at me? Okay. Oh, okay. But, yeah, I've got a acoustic guitar part, but I got to change the strings. And then there's like, I got a little list and I got a little editing to do. And then I got to tune some vocals and I got to jump right into mixing. So I'll be mixing this project literally. I mean, I'm kind of mixing as I go now, little things. But as soon as I am... after today, I literally got to swing back around. I got a couple little vocal parts I want to do, me sing some harmonies, but I don't want to live stream them because I got to actually sit down and kind of work them out. It's going to be really boring. So I know that there's like one part I was starting to work out last night. Got to do this acoustic guitar part, and then I got to jump right into mixing because I need to get this album done. I can't like drag it out for months and months and months. Oh, thanks, Michael. Yeah. Damn, I like people watching what I'm doing. I've always been pretty good about letting people hang at the studio. There was a point, like back in the old days, I always had people hang at the studio, and then I had to kind of clamp that down because I was starting to work with bigger stars. But sometimes, I don't know, just some people want it to be more private. But it's a good way to learn. I actually learn more from watching people in studios than I ever learned from any book or anything like that. And I know I've said this before. I've never actually seen somebody mix a song in my life except for one time, and it was just a few minutes, and then the guy kicked me out of the studio. But he was on SSL, so I could see the compressor levels and stuff like that. And I learned so much in those few minutes. It just completely changed my life, because there's all these ways that people say you should be mixing or producing or engineering and all that, and that's all good, but I think the more important thing is to kind of watch the process and see how people are just kind of like winging it sometimes, or kind of like it's like there's no formal, like people don't walk in the studio and go, oh, and they put on their magic robe and make something. We're all just down here trying to make something happen. And so I think sometimes when people are able to watch these streams, sometimes it's boring like this. We're just trying to get to that point where either the words are written or we're in the right mood, or like yesterday, we were working on that one song, Tub Thumper, and working on that hook and trying all these different things, and went down some roads that didn't get us, but in the end, we got somewhere. But the thing about it is you got to kind of do all that to get to the end. If you didn't go through all that stuff, then maybe you wouldn't have gotten to the right chorus. And I don't think people really realize that. Some people have this idea of getting in the studio like, well, if you have to redo things over and over again, it's somehow insincere. And I'm like, shut the hell up. It's like, if you're like in a punk band or something like that and just throw these songs together, sure, go in the studio and knock it out. But if you've got really a vision in your head, you're trying to get that out there, sometimes it takes a long time to get it there. Or you get into working on a song and then it turns into something else, and it takes on a life of its own. So you're not now chasing this, or following the lead of this song. It takes on its own life. And then sometimes it takes a long time to figure out. But whatever it is, in the end, if you get to, the only thing that matters is what comes out of the speakers, basically. That's the only thing that matters. There's no opportunity to ever sit there as somebody's listening to your song and go, well, it would have been better had we spent more time. We would have worked on that chorus more, but everybody was tired. You don't have a chance to say that. Or we didn't have really good microphones, or whatever, That's my theory. So it's like, in the end, I don't give a shit what I got to do. I just want to make sure that what comes out of the speakers is what I want to be heard. Yes, Mr. Easy JK, Mr. SJK, I like the Fairchild 660, I think it is, plug-in. I've never used a real one because they're very rare. I just use the built-in Pro Tools one for bass. Fucking love it on bass. I just put the release on 1, and I'm barely hitting it. Maybe 2 dB of compression. It just does this great thing on bass. I was experimenting with the Universal Audio version of the Fairchild 670 on a mix recently. It's cool, but I'm using the legacy version, and I can't do the high-pass filter on it. And I should have the full version, but for some reason it wasn't working. I'm supposed to have all that. And I was doing something that was like, had a lot of it was urban, more of an urban rap type thing. So the low end was like really hitting the compressors too hard, and I wanted to high-pass it, like not have that in the chain. I think it could be cool. I got to just check with my rep and see why I don't have the full version. But I think they're pretty damn cool. Yeah, and ray gun, I just try to make a beautiful sound. Sometimes I think people, they overthink things. I always my whole thing is like, I just want to make something cool. If I don't have an idea, or if I'm in a dead end, it's like, okay, maybe I'm not going to come up with the perfect melody to get out of, get through this situation here. Like, let's say I'm trying to get through a chorus or verse or something like that, and I can't get the end of it. Usually I can come up with something artistically cool, but if I can't come up with something artistically, it's like, all right, I'm just going to do something cool. I'll just put in a really cool drum fill, or I'll put a backwards cymbal or something. Like, sometimes it's just that. I just need to do something cool. Thanks, Ty Beats. Yeah, I'm glad that this is getting you to work on music again. To me, I've had a lot of people say that, like at my videos, the live streams, like, oh, it's wanting me to work on music. Like Harry, who's helping mod this stream, he's been talking about working on his stuff again, and I think that's really, really cool. Like, I don't know, I'd be working on music no matter what. I mean, I do it for a living, for the most part. But I was doing it back when I was painting houses. I mean, I was trying to be a rock star, but I did it all the time, and it's what makes me feel good. So if I can inspire people to work on their art and be creative, and it's not just music, any kind of art. I just like being creative, and I think it like wakes up your mind and does all sorts of things for you. So I'm glad I can do that for people. Yeah, Reagan, just layer melodies and see what happens. I'm kind of like, what do they call it? I'm a kitchen sink producer, meaning like I tend to throw a bunch of stuff into the song. And then I can take things out. It just takes a little courage to do that. I used to never take anything out and I just end up with a mess. Now sometimes I've been doing this long enough, I'll start to put something on a song and I kind of know like, but I do throw a lot of things in there, and then if I just take everything out and it only happens one time in the song, fine. I don't, even if I do it all the way through the song, it only needs to be here, that's fine. But I like overdoing it. It's kind of my personality. I've legitimized the streamer producer. Well, okay. How much reverb you put on snare drum back in the 90s? Well, here's the weird thing about the 90s. If you're thinking anything about like 90s rock, I was not involved in that much. I kind of just was disgusted with rock in the 90s. It's one of the reasons I got into rap music, because I just I mean, in the 90s I was doing a lot of, I had my own groups, but I was doing like acoustic, folky, kind of acoustic rock type stuff, singer-songwriter stuff. And then I got into rap music, and with that, it's just, I'd never put reverb on the snare drum in rap music. I'd put a little bit of reverb on the claps, but I kind of just bypassed the 90s. I spent a little bit of time listening to country music, but what I was doing, I was recording local bands, but most of those, I wouldn't even say were 90s bands necessarily. They were like, when you think about 90s, they were like weird indie bands. A little bit, nothing crazy though. On the vocal today, so on the vocals for Danny, we're using a Neumann U87, and it's going into a Neve 1073 emulator, not emulator, but clone. It's a hardware unit made by AML in England, London, England. They're handmade, and it's pretty damn good recreation. And then it's going into a distressor compressor, set at 6-to-1, and I've got the little high-pass filter detector thing on there, and then there's that little mid-range thing. And I'll hit it pretty hard. I'll hit up to 10 dB on the louder notes, and then this is going into the rig. But I go ahead and hit the compressor going in. I love distressors. My whole thing is like, I'm gonna get the sound going in. Well, what if you make a mistake? Well, then I make a fucking mistake. Oh, actually, I wanted to say this. Somebody was watching the live stream last night, and we were actually working on this song, not this section. The rest of the song's like super distorted, and the guy's like, sounds like it might be a little clipped. And I'm like, oh, you think? Just a little? Just a little? I think it's clipped a lot. Everything in that song is clipped to hell. Like, we were just, that was the whole point. It's supposed to sound like a garage band or something like that. So we recorded a lot of the guitars through the boombox that you guys might remember. Danny left this big boombox here, which I guess he's taken back today. And it's just completely overdriven. And then the other guitar is run through a little, first act amp, like for kids. It's like this big. It runs on a 9-volt battery, and of course I'm just slamming that. Oh, it might be that, or maybe it's the I got another little MIDI amp that runs on 9-volt batteries. They're both, the volumes are up, so everything's of course clipped, and then the vocals are clipped, they're distorted, then the drums are clipped, because I just wanted the song to sound like that, like it was recorded by it's like, I set up some mics in the basement. So, but I mean, a lot of that was in processing, but definitely a lot of that stuff I recorded, like the bass guitar we recorded with distortion on it. And I like committing, if you commit, and the thing about committing to something, like maybe you got a little too much compression on it, or maybe you did this thing, and then you're like, oh, you're stuck with it. But that kind of forces you to kind of, well, how do I work my way out of it? It's like it was how it was in the old days. You record something, and that's just what you got. I've been reading this book about Prince and how he made his records, and his thing was like, he goes in there and you just do it, and even if it wasn't perfect, that's the thing that happened then. And I used to not be that way, but as I've gotten older, especially from having worked on a lot of demos, you do demos and it's really this beautiful thing and all that, I've like come to this philosophy of that I don't really make records anymore. I only make demos. Everything, like this is a demo right now. That's how I look at it. I'm just making sure everything's in tune and that I'm doing a pretty good job of recording it. And then I'm going to mix the demo. Because once people start thinking about it being a record, they start taking everything too seriously and like, oh, and they overthink it. Whereas when you're working on a demo, you're just having fun. And that's where I want to stay. But the cool thing about it is that how many times have you done a demo, and even if it's not recorded right, or maybe it's not the best sound, it still has this mojo and vibe. And then because the sound's not right, or maybe it's not perfect or whatever, you have to go and like fix something, but then it affects other stuff you do. I don't know. It's just a weird way of looking at it. So I don't really stress that much. That sometimes I will stress, get detailed, like on the acoustic guitar, because my Gibson needs work. So I've got this Taylor here, which my friend Zach Hooper's letting me use, and it tunes great, and it's not bad sounding, but it's not like my Gibson. So it's taken me a while to figure out what mic pre's and mics to use on it. So I've spent a few hours this last couple of weeks like really experimenting with that. I'm even having to use like a different kind of pick because it's just a different kind of guitar. But besides that, you know, I just throw it down, you know. Hold on, I'm reading some stuff here. No rules in music, for sure, Papa Fresh. Absolutely. It's a demo until it's released, yeah. Oh, did Danny change his Oh, he did change his shirt. Oh, yeah. I was looking, because, yeah, Schiff, I noticed on the Facebook live stream, I was looking at the comments this morning, and she's all there like, Danny, why are you wearing that old shirt? Because the last time he was in here, they were here like they were here for like a week, and I think Danny wore the same shirt for like 4 or 5 days. I think he felt like, I'm in the mode. I want to stay here. It's a lucky shirt. It's like, fine. Oh, okay. I think he's getting there. I told him to wave at me when he was ready. Yeah. Yeah, she did say something to him on the phone. Oh, so Jason, Jason, so what I do, I stopped, and I actually got this idea from Hall & Notes. They, like in the old days, you'd make a demo, like on a cassette or something, and then you would go redo everything. And then I read this thing where Hall & Notes would do this thing. They had home studios, so they were like doing their demos on like these 12-track, I think it was the 12-track Akai or something like that. They would take those demos and transfer that into the 24-track and then build on top of that. And that's when it clicked in my mind, like, when I do a demo, I go ahead and I do it in Pro Tools or Ableton, whatever. I make sure I'm in tune, and I try to make sure I've got the tempo, you know, as if I can. But I never stop and go to a new session. I literally go from the demo. It might be a click track with me singing a vocal and playing an acoustic guitar. Maybe that's all it is. I literally start from that. I actually start working on a drum part. Even if I'm going to bring in a real drummer, I'll go ahead and program drums on top of that crappy demo. I literally build on top of that. A lot of times that stuff goes away. There's a couple times that demo vocal is like, wow. I've kept demo vocals. And then like, oh, that's Danny. And then recorded new vocals. But basically, I never get out of the demo. The demo is already in the DAW, and then it evolves into the master, you know. So I always stay there. You heading out? All right. When will you be back? Okay. Well, be careful out there. Yeah, all my songs are glorified demos. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that, you know. And I was talking to, so Butch Walker had that group. I keep wanting to call it the Three Amigos, but it's not that. It's Butch Walker. It was the, it's from Atlanta. Oh my God, why can't I remember the name? It's something like, it's not the Three Amigos, but it's somehow, I always think of that when I think of the name. But they had this big hit, which got him his record deal. And he done it on ADATs, like in his bedroom or something like that. And I remember him telling me that they kept trying to remix it. They sent it to these professional mixers, and it never had the vibe of the one. And he didn't even know how to mix. He's like, yeah, I was looking or asking people, what do I do? The actual single that got released was the mix he did in his bedroom with his crappy speakers. It just had the vibe, you know? No, not Butch Walker and the Black Widows. I can't remember the name of that group. I'm terrible with... I can't remember song names or band names. I don't know why. I just can't. Terrible at it. Yeah, I think he's getting there. I think he's getting there. He's moving his arms around. One thing about Danny is like, this is his life, like writing. He talks about like the words that are in his head, and it actually kind of drives him crazy because he's constantly thinking about words and lines. And I actually brought up the line from, he says, God, what song is it? And he says something about, we've been sold a bill of goods or something like that. Oh, he's waving at me. Oh, I think it's time. Okay, I think we're ready to go do this. So I'm going to turn this mic off and I'm going to go downstairs.
Come in, let that ride a minute. I'll just.
Here, I'll play it here.
You know what I'm saying?
So is that enough? So that'll end up being 12 bars.
Right.
Okay.
I think.
Here, practice it.
Well, I gotta.
Oh.
Oh.
Well, you want to just get on the dang mic and out?
Yeah, we'll just sit here and we'll fuck it up till we get it right.
Hell yeah.
Put my headphones on the floor. Son of a bitch. Trying to get rich with them headphones on the floor. Oh. Okay. We'll get over here. Oh. When it all falls apart. When it all falls apart and all of your work crumbles to rubble. Starting over is all you get for your trouble.
Hold on a sec. I'm freezing the track here.
Freezing it.
Freezing it. That means like there's plugins on it and it's got a lot of processing. So what it does is it like basically bounces it down without all that processing on it. Oh, come on. Here it goes. Okay, that's better. All right, now let me go to...
Ain't nobody ever said life was gonna be easy.
Okay, so that is... Hold on, let me do something here. I don't actually have... This is the bridge here. Check your mic.
Yo. Yo, yo. Hey. When it all falls apart and all of your work crumbles to rubble, starting over is all you get for your trouble. Mistakes become clear and friends disappear. Up by your bootstraps, so pack it all in. But ain't nobody ever said life was gonna be easy.
Okay. Here we go.
When it all falls apart and all of your work crumbles to rubble, and starting over is all you get for your trouble. Mistakes become clear and friends disappear. Up by your bootstraps, so pack it all in. But ain't nobody ever said life was.
How's your headphone mix?
Pretty good.
Okay. Do you want to hit that again?
Yeah. It all falls apart and all of your work crumbles to rubble. Starting over is all you get for your trouble. Mistakes become clear and friends disappear. Up by your bootstraps, so pack it all in. But ain't nobody ever said life was gonna be easy. Square one comes back around once again. Confidence and trust be crushed to dust. Head so loud, think your skull a bust. And you don't really got no. Let me get after skull a bust.
Okay, hold on a sec.
Again, confidence and trust be crushed to dust. Head so loud, think your skull a bust. Head so loud, you think your skull a bust. You don't really got. And confidence. Easy, square one comes back around once again. Confidence and trust be crushed to dust. Head so loud, think your skull a bust. And you don't really got any options to weigh. Disgusted with the disrespect, you pissed, you grit them teeth, roll that neck, fall up that fist, but you don't quit. Let's
Hit that again?
yeah. Easy, square one comes back around once again. Confidence and trust be crushed to dust. Head so loud, think your skull a bust. And you don't really got any options to weigh. Disgusted with the disrespect, pissed, you grit them teeth, roll that neck, ball that fist up, but you don't quit. Easy, square one comes back around once again. Confidence and trust be crushed to dust. Head so loud, think your skull a bust. And you don't really got any options to weigh. Disgusted with the disrespect, pissed, you grit them teeth, bow that neck, ball that fist up. Let me get grit them teeth. It's just the G. Disgusted with the disrespect, pissed, you grit them teeth, bow that neck. Pissed, you grit them teeth. Nah, I'll just get it on the ad libs.
Okay. Let's listen to the whole thing real quick.
It all falls apart and all of your work crumbles to rubble. Starting over is all you get for your trouble. Mistakes become clear and friends disappear. Up by your bootstraps, so pack it all in. But ain't nobody ever said life was gonna be easy. Square one comes back around once again. Confidence and trust be crushed to dust. Head so loud, think your skull a bust. And you don't really got any options to weigh. Disgusted with the disrespect, pissed, you grit them teeth, bow that neck, ball that fist up, but you don't quit.
Cool.
All right,
Ad libs.
yeah, let me listen to it again.
Okay.
It all falls apart and all of your work crumbles to rubble. Starting over is all you get for your trouble. Mistakes become clear and friends disappear. Up by your bootstraps, so pack it all in. But ain't nobody ever said life was gonna be easy. Square one comes back around once again. Confidence and trust be crushed to dust. Head so loud, think your skull a bust. And you don't really got any options to weigh. Disgusted with the disrespect, pissed, you grit them teeth, bow that neck, ball that fist up, but you don't quit. Yeah. Oh, you son of a fucking!
Oh, I forgot to turn on this camera.
I wasn't talking to you, Billy.
Oh, no, I wasn't talking to you either, bro.
Okay, sorry.
Let me just adjust this.
Oh.
Here we go.
It all falls apart and all of your work crumbles to rubble. Starting over is all you get for your trouble. Mistakes become clear and friends disappear. Up by your bootstraps, so pack it all in. But ain't nobody ever said life was gonna be easy. Square one comes back around once again. Confidence and trust be crushed to dust. Head so loud, think your skull a bust. And you don't really got any options to weigh. Disgusted with the disrespect, pissed, you grit them teeth, bow that dust. Head so loud, think your skull a bust. And you don't really got any options to weigh. Disgusted with the disrespect, pissed, you grit them teeth, bow that neck, ball that fist up, but you don't quit, no. Disrespect, pissed, you grit them teeth.
Okay, and now let's do another. God dang it, I can't. Here we go.
It all falls apart and all of your work crumbles to rubble. Starting over is all you get for your trouble. Mistakes become clear and friends disappear. Up by your bootstraps. Let me disappear it. It all falls apart and all of your work crumbles to rubble. Starting over is all you get for your trouble. Mistakes become clear and friends disappear. Up by your bootstraps or pack it all in. But ain't nobody ever said life is gonna be easy. Square one comes back around once again. Confidence and trust clear and friends disappear. Up by your bootstraps or pack it all in. But ain't nobody ever said life is gonna be easy. Square one comes back around once again. Confidence and trust been crushed to dust. Head so loud think your skull will bust. And you don't really got any options to weigh. Disgusted with the disrespect, pissed you grit them teeth, bowed that neck, balled that fist up, but you don't quit, no.
Cool. Listen.
It all falls apart and all of your work crumbles to rubble. Starting over is all you get for your trouble. Mistakes become clear and friends disappear. Up by your bootstraps or pack it all in. But ain't nobody ever said life is gonna be easy. Square one comes back around once again. Confidence and trust been crushed to dust. Head so loud think your skull will bust. And you don't really got any options to weigh. Disgusted with the disrespect, pissed you grit them teeth, bowed that neck, balled that fist up, but you don't quit, no. Letting that piece breathe.
No, I think that's cool.
Okay.
I mean, it makes more sense too because it's like it's a really distorted and it's just like boom and like
Well,
heavy
I
and
wanted
then
to
it gives it a nice breath.
Give it time to tinkle a little bit.
Exactly. No, I think that's great. I like that. All right, now. So the only other thing I'm thinking about. Oh, actually, let me listen on the speakers real quick.
It all falls apart and all of your work crumbles to rubble. Starting over is all you get for your trouble. Mistakes become clear and friends disappear. Up by your bootstraps or pack it all in. But ain't nobody ever said life is gonna be easy. Square one comes back around once again. Confidence and trust been crushed to dust. Head so loud think your skull will bust. And you don't really got any options to weigh. Disgusted with the disrespect, pissed you grit them teeth, bowed that neck, balled that fist up, but you don't quit, no.
Right. So now
Can I see if? I mean, you haven't even done anything to clear it up yet, have you?
What do you mean?
Like mix the vocals or anything?
on this song,
Yeah.
not really.
Okay. Because I was just wondering. I got certain parts I want to make sure that.
Song.
It all falls apart and all of your work crumbles to rubble. Starting over is all you get for your trouble. Mistakes become clear and friends disappear. Up by your bootstraps or pack it. Mistakes become clear and friends disappear.
Okay.
Well,
Let me do this. I'll highlight it, and then we'll come back after if you just in case you hear anything else.
I know that. Things out that
Yeah, but if you think it could be like
things
what?
become clear.
Yeah, if you want to redo it, like we can redo it. I don't care. I mean, I can always do stuff, but if you want to redo it, let's fucking redo it. But anyway, I'll mark that.
Every friends disappear.
Oh shit.
It all falls apart and all of your work crumbles to rubble. Starting over is all you get for your trouble. Mistakes become clear and friends disappear. Up by your bootstraps or pack it all in. But ain't nobody ever said life is gonna be easy. Square one comes back around once again. Confidence and trust been crushed to dust. Head so loud think your skull will bust. And you don't really got any options to weigh. Disgusted with the disrespect, pissed you grit them teeth, bow that neck, ball that fist up, but you don't quit, no. It all falls apart and all of your work crumbles to rubble. Starting over is all you get for your trouble. Mistakes become clear and friends disappear up by...
We have a problem with the mistakes thing. The only thing I thought is like, well, maybe, and I turned up a couple words here like that, and then this was a little quiet. So I'm just gonna do a little clip gain there.
City pap on that thing.
And
turning the ad libs down will help too, because that
oh,
does
yeah.
make it.
I do have them a little loud. Check this out.
It all falls apart and all of your work crumbles to rubble. Starting over is all you get for your trouble. Mistakes become clear and friends disappear up by your bootstraps. So pack it all in, but ain't nobody ever said life was gonna be easy. Square one comes back around once again. Confidence and trust we crush the dust. Head so loud, think your skull will bust. And you don't really got any options to weigh. Disgusted with the disrespect, pissed you grit them teeth, bow that neck, ball that fist up, but you don't quit, no.
Sounds pretty goddamn good to me.
All right, man.
I'm just trying to think, like, you know, we listened to all these yesterday. At this point in time, it's kind of like I got to go through all the crisis, you know, DJ scratching stuff and comp that. I've got to do a little tuning on your vocals. I do have an acoustic guitar part to play, but I want to put new strings on the guitar. Okay. And I got to practice it. And I just want to kind of look at the drums and bass, and then, you know, then I'm going to start mixing. And we already did those harmonies on that. I mean, I literally had nothing else today. Everything else at this point is like, I mean, I got a bunch of small things to do. And I might put harmony. There's a couple, every once in a while I hear a little harmony, like on a chorus or something like that, just like on one line. Actually, I'm going to go to Hold On a Minute. There is a vocal part in there, but I don't want to try it right now because it's really weird. It's going to take me, it's like, it's an odd harmony, but it'll be cool. And I was actually going over with Nate the notes. There's like 2 versions. I'm going to have to spend some time on that, but that's one of those things. I might do it on a stream. I don't know. It's one of those weird things I got to kind of figure out. And then, yeah, I'm just looking at my chart here. I mean, that's pretty much it. Yeah, I don't know what else. Hey, find Nate. Where's Nate? See if there's any last minute things that he wants to do. But I mean, might be done for right now for the day.
What the fuck are you doing? Sitting there doing yoga.
He's doing yoga.
Yeah.
Let me see this.
He's not.
He was definitely doing yoga.
That's my version of yoga, laying on the floor.
Oh my God. Hey Pink, what's going on? Yeah, I actually may be ending the stream here in a few minutes because it's been a short one. Like, we almost got everything done last night. This is late, and we'd worked our asses off, so we just thought, well, we'll finish it up today, but we might be done. Nate, is there anything else that you feel like we need to do?
He'll wait till he gets home to figure that out.
I gotta write a list.
Hey, do you ever have this thing, Nate, where in all the family pictures nobody sees your head?
Who do you think my family is? That's the question.
Oh, that's right.
You ought to see him.
Okay,
Even his
school
dad.
school pictures.
Yeah, school pictures. No, I'm always the head in the back above everybody else.
I'll bet, man. Yeah, God, you're tall, man. It's crazy.
It's all good. I'll sit down. It's fine.
All right. Well, I guess we're gonna end the stream, and I will be I mean, I might stream some more of this on some of my overdubs, maybe on Wednesday. I got to see what's going on. There's so much going on, and I got to rethink the schedule, especially with reaching 100,000 subscribers on YouTube, and there's a bunch of other things going on. And I've also been thinking about I don't even want to say it yet. I hate talking about things before they happen, but there's definitely some hold on, I'm going to switch this mode right here.
I gotta say,
There's definitely some things I got coming up, and they're gonna take a lot of work. So, but I will be streaming. It'll happen. There'll be some more streams for sure. And I've got a Patreon one deep dive coming up next Sunday. Danny, what were you gonna say?
I gotta say that was a fitting verse for the last verse that we're gonna rock in this bitch
Yeah.
on this record.
I'm still tripping on. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Before we end the stream, I do want to go back and listen to something just to make sure we didn't miss anything. This is the only one I'm unsure of because it was late when we finished this.
The possum joint.
Tub Thumper. God, I swear,
What up?
dude, this shit's so damn funny. And I swear, there's that one line in there that still. I don't even want to say what it is. It's just filled me with respect, a deep level of respect, which I just. That's some goddamn Ozzy Osbourne shit.
IBS later. I said IBS, not like irritable bowel syndrome. It's like till I crap my pants. Blah, 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 blah. IBS, not.
Oh, I got it now. Okay. All right, I got to listen to this song through. Hold on.
He was too busy working.
Yeah, he don't listen to lyrics.
I mean, I do
No, you
sometimes.
don't. You listen to crap. Crapping in pants.
I actually got an email from the rep at the company because apparently they watched the stream and I was using it, but I was having problems with it. And she's like, "Is everything all right?" It's like, "No, it's me being a freaking idiot." Nate helped. Oh, and then there's the lock, both buttons at the same time. Lewitt Ray, these weird features on it. All right, I'm going to listen to this one down just because it was late last night, just to make sure we didn't miss anything. Plus, it's just fun to listen to.
The underdog of love, cause when he win, it's like
Hold on, I want to check something out. I want to make sure I'm not doing something stupid here. Hold on.
dog of love, cause when he win, it's like you hear the
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. I've been having some weird audio issues here because I'm using a different interface and the levels don't seem the same today. I think I changed something. Let me crank that up. All right, here we go.
dog of love.
I'll take it from the beginning.
The underdog of love, cause when he win, it's like you hear the thunder from above, loud and clear, round here, no recognition. He up to something fishy, said the bishy competition. Issue is an ancient, outnumbered, a clear and present danger. Fear, get it here, the propaganda channel. Probably got it in your pocket, check it like they knocking at the door of your noggin, constantly hogging your consciousness problems with your cognitive processing. Apologies, I digress, let me check my text. She told me get to the crib and pick up a pack of Tampax, so that's what I did. Can't never, could, it won't, never will. I used to, all the time. Well, I'm 100% what it is till it ain't. Boom, just a utensil, the brush and the paint. I said can't never, could, it won't, never will. I used to, all the time. Take a boss on, boil him sauce on, check his pulse. Oops, we lost him. Not what I expected. I thought I'd be the man. Skill sharp as a blade. I'm sharpening my ceiling fan. Old man still spitting. He think he Peter Pan. He just pissing in the wind. I'm a rapping till I crap my pants and beyond. Ahead of my time, but then again, IBS, nah. Danny Strike, anytime stank face made. When the ink hits paid, whatever's in the pinochle. Trump run me a spade. As long as it is a tarot, I'm not a king of pharaoh. I bet you're asking, but I can't be a hero. Can't never, could, it won't, never will. I used to, all the time. Well, I'm 100% what it is till it ain't. Boom, just a utensil, the brush and the paint. I said can't never, could, it won't, never will. I used to, all the time. Take a boss on, boil him sauce on, check his pulse. Oops, we lost him. Skill skunks the scammers. My grill loves the camera. The feeling never mutual. Brutal truth, not beautiful. These young chaps rapping actually never happened. The back in the day, cat quick to watch you squat up. I'm taking walk-ups. Price been marked up wild. As far as the Cali, jive turkeys, overseas and veteran. Running with these rookie shifts that I need a plan. Can't never, could, it won't, never will. I used to, all the time. Well, I'm 100% what it is till it ain't. Boom, just a utensil, the brush and the paint. I said can't never, could, it won't, never will. I used to, all the time. Take a boss on, boil them sauce on, check his pulse. Oops, we lost him.
Nice.
Sarah Boomsma in the building.
One and only.
All right. Yeah. Yeah, I need to definitely go through and add some more, a couple little spots of like crisis.
Anticipated.
Yeah, that came out great. That came out great. I just wanted to listen to that one more time because it was late when we were working on it.
You know what I didn't get to hear?
What?
The one we did the day before.
What?
Hume coming or whatever.
Yeah. I never
Let's listen to that again.
really, I didn't hear it all day yesterday.
Okay. Well, let's do it now.
So the last time I heard it is the time we did it.
All right. This is Hume coming. Let's listen to that.
Status quo. What is that exactly? All these illusions, lies and confusion.
one thing I was thinking about on this just now is like in the verses, it's fucking great, but maybe like have you thought like maybe ad libs in the verses, but singing ad libs and like maybe doubling a couple lines or something? That might be cool. I don't know if it needs it or not, but that's one idea I was thinking here.
Status quo, what is that exactly? All these illusions, light and confusion. Maybe I should be more arrogant and tacky, cocky and condescending. That means I talk down to people by the sweat of the brow or the blood of the knuckle. Keeping up with the neighbors never been my hustle.
That was the second verse. Let me listen there.
From the outside, looking inward, I'm sure I may seem awkward, foul-mouthed, ill-adjusted, bewildered and flustered. All the regrets I've trusted. Now everyone is suspect. So much hatred, ain't nothing sacred. Don't care if I deserve your respect. Spin the truth till we close to brain dead. I've seen a thing or two and don't need your street cred.
I don't know, maybe not. That shit sounds pretty fucking good. What are you thinking of it?
I like it soloed.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't know. It's just fucking badass,
Hey man, my ass is bad.
Yeah. I don't know. It's all pretty good. I don't think I'm got dang anything else to add to that.
I'm going home.
All right, see you, man.
All right, well, I think that is it. So let's just say bye to everybody.
Bye everybody.
Hey! Thank you all.
Appreciate everybody watching the stream. Harry, thanks so much for helping us with modding all these live streams. Really appreciate it. Oh, the Pink, this is Rehab. This is the band. Yeah, you just got here. Sorry. Yeah, and we only started a couple hours ago. Like we almost were going to finish this last night, and it was just getting late. No, the band is Rehab. Got Danny Boone here, who's the brains behind the band, the genius behind the band. The other genius is Nate Lee back here.
That's a lot of genius.
And there's other people. They're just not here today because we did, we live streamed all the drums. So Josh Cobb is in Nashville right now, and Brandon, what the hell's Brandon's last name again? I keep forgetting.
Thomas.
Brandon Thomas. He's not here. He's probably doing another gig or something like that. But there's definitely going to be more to work on all this. So. Thanks, Harry. Appreciate you putting up. Harry over on YouTube just put up the like all the personnel from the band, and you guys are going back out on the road here soon, Danny. Like, where are you going? Why don't you throw out names of some of the cities that you can think of? Are you going to Tacoma?
I think so.
Yeah, because I think Harry said something about that.
October, we're on the West Coast.
Hey, and any Rehab fans that can afford a road trip to Paducah, Kentucky, we're doing a benefit concert on the 22nd of August for Brad Darnell, who you guys may know from our podcast. So, the more the merrier, and everything's going to help him with his battle. And what else was I gonna say? And all the stuff that's on here that y'all have heard, if y'all are digging it, and man, y'all tell somebody so that, and because it's hard to afford a lot of promotion, and y'all's guys' promotion and hand-to-hand word of mouth is the best kind that there is. You know what I mean? So help us out, man. We appreciate it. We just need to push. We're trying to make a good album so that we can sell it.
Yeah,
You know.
please talk about this. Is one of the best things I've worked on in a really long time. I really think these songs are great. And
Someone said come to Finland.
Come to Finland, yeah. I would. I just got to get a boat. Yeah, we'll be in Tacoma. Hey, I forget what I was going to say. Damn it. Anyway.
let's see.
Hey, and thanks to my wife, Chef, for making so much happen. I mean, we got this done. We got with Billy. We got,
she made you change your shirt.
I changed my shirt today. Now that it's time to leave. But, and thanks to Brandon, thanks to Josh, and thanks to you, and thank you, Billy.
Yeah, and also I would like to say this too. It's like I've done seriously thousands and thousands and thousands of sessions in my life, and worked with a lot of good people. And everybody on this project is really incredibly talented. But what I thought was really cool is how hard everybody worked, and also I push people pretty hard. I don't always like everything. Sometimes I can be a little rough. I'm just like no, blah blah blah. And there's been a couple times that that didn't go down so well with certain people. They're not used to yeah, being in the studio is fun, and it's like, oh, it's this great thing. But on the other hand, I got a damn job to get done, and I'm really serious about what I do. And I know what I want, but I also know what I can get out of people. I do feel like I know what people are capable of. Like most people are capable of a lot more, and I feel like people kind of wuss out too soon, or they're like, and not to go on a long thing about it. People often ask me this question. They say, when do you know you have the right take? It's like, because I think people get lazy or whatever. They're tired. My whole thing is like, I like to do, if I'm working with a band and we're not sure, I do enough takes till it gets worse. Like if we're doing a whole band or maybe vocals or whatever, and then I dial back, I go back 2 takes or whatever, and that's usually it. I will say it's a little different with Danny. I totally trust. He knows. I don't always understand what Danny's doing sometimes with his phrasing and some of the timing and all that. Definitely I'll sometimes say something, but usually if he likes it, I leave it. If it bothers me 10 minutes later, I might say something about it, but he's one of those people that he's been doing it long enough. He knows what he wants, and I'll usually just go with that. But the point being is that, yeah, I mean, you know your shit.
I mean, on the thing, but I didn't know we was going to do this. I mean, I didn't know. I don't know. You don't go in with a preconceived notion of what an album's going to end up sounding like. But,
But as far as like, that verse, do you like that? You know what you fucking want. But I really appreciate everybody sticking through it and nobody getting mad and walking out or getting all freaking weird or something like that. It's easy to have happen. And I feel like everybody worked through and we all ended up with some really great stuff. Like, even if sometimes it's like a long and winding road to get there, none of those things are bad. Even if you try some stuff and they don't work out, there's no reason to feel bad about it. That is part of what got us to the thing that worked, And a lot of people don't see that. They just think about like, well, we did all that stuff for 3 hours and it didn't work out. It's like, yeah, it's like you went on a journey and you maybe went down some wrong roads, but because of that, you ended up at this better place, and that's kind of what makes it. It's good to work with people that understand that and see that, and I don't know. It just makes me feel really, really good, and I don't know. I feel really good about everything, not just the music, but also how hard everybody worked to do this. And I just wanted to say that. And yes, please go out and talk about Rehab and the album and stuff like that. Please spread the word, because this is a band that deserves a way bigger audience and fan base and success than they've already had and have right now.
we got the best fans, though. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
people that stick with us for sometimes no reason at all.
It's amazing how many people I can mention your name and how many people know about you and the weird places it pops up. It's got lasting power. A lot of it's like music that has lasting power. I've worked on some songs that were big hits, and if I mention them now to younger people, they're like, or anybody, they're like, huh? Forget about it. It's like, yeah. But this band I mentioned, and people know. They still know, and they still remember, and they still care.
Fuck you, Billy!
All right. So thanks so much. Kit's not here to say goodbye because she had to go do something. But yeah. Just stay tuned. I've got other YouTube videos to work on. There'll be more live streams and all that kind of stuff. Please subscribe to the channel, hit the notification button. Just keep an eye on me. I'm not as on a schedule as a lot of other people. It's just because there's a lot going on. But when I do something, it's going to be something.
Go home and shave.
He just live streamed the whole damn album.
Yeah, I've never live streamed the whole album. That's for sure.
Jeez.
I've done some lot of live streaming. I just wanted to see if we could do it. So yeah, there'll be more. Though I'll probably live stream some mixing things here and there as we get into it. But yeah. Oh, sorry, I was reading some of the comments here.
Castanet stand?
I have a castanet stand. Bring those over here real
I
quick.
didn't even know that they made those.
Oh yeah, this actually I'm probably gonna live stream
My
this.
grandmother played castanets.
This is for one of my songs. So these are castanets. Normally, they're held like in your hand, like Spanish flamenco dancers are like that. I can't do that. So I actually made this stand, and there's a little rubber thing under here to try to emulate the palm, which gives it more low end. But I'm going to be putting this on a song. I started a new song, and I worked on it the other day. But yeah, so I did this so I could play the castanets. So anyway, that'll appear soon. Anyway, everybody, thanks so much. Keep working on your music. Be creative. Be good to each other. And always be unique. We'll see you later. Bye. Take 1, take 2, take 3, take 4, take 5, take whatever.